Hey everybody, it's me, Mario Party PhD extraordinaire. Back in September or October of 2017, I played a game of Follow with some folks from the Let's Play Zone. You remember that, right? About 2/3 of the way through I actually thought about recording it. And then 1 week later, when we played another session of Follow, I remembered to record that one from the beginning. This was obviously before I considered how long it would take me to edit the audio from something like that, or I wouldn't have recorded 2 sessions back to back like that. Anyway, this session's story continues that of the world we created in our campaign of the Turf, which you may recall ended with an army of drones conquering the world before their leader deactivated himself after gaining a conscience. And as I reflected on that at the beginning of this campaign, I got even more sad about that fact. No, I was going to point that out. I don't think at the end of that quest anybody actually died. Just as a side note, I don't think Beepo ever actually did anything wrong. I think we just kept on assuming that Beepo did. It's like, oh, all this shit happened to UBS workers. We don't actually know if Beepo did that. Beepo didn't kill Myers.
Yeah.
Like, it all just...
Yeah, no.
We kind of just absolved Beepo of everything, and Beepo felt terrible about just how things were going and shut himself off.
Yeah.
So, with inactive drones all over the world and a package app that evolved into a virus and has installed itself on everything, what comes next? Yeah, okay. We want to do that? We want to do the cure where we're trying to stop a cyber virus that is going to do something. We'll figure that out. Well, that sounds like it'll go well. Made all the more interesting by the fact that the virus is incredibly contagious and that we have absolutely not got the resources or people to combat a threat like this. What we do have is a ragtag group of misfits brought together by circumstance. Some familiar faces, some less so. The group of characters that we all control. So we each are piloting 2 characters. Why did I say piloting? That's not how you describe that. We're going to be steering a main character and a minor character. Mind character.
Yes, no, we're not playing the Inception campaign.
This time there were fewer of us available at once, but we still have enough people to go with a full campaign. In the main cast, played by myself, is Nepo, the financial backing of Pyckg. I think I want to bring Nepo back.
Alright.
What is Nepo going to be this time?
Well, financial backer.
Oh, well.
But we don't have that, so I think...
That's one of the character
I think
concepts.
the virus has completely drained Nepo's resources. So Nepo is like got a vendetta against the virus, but they don't actually have any skills to contribute. I think Nepo is the unorthodox doctor.
Oh.
I got a degree off WebMD, and I was like, great, I'm ready to save the world. Nepo has obtained a doctor's degree off the internet in the interim and is looking to restore their riches that have been drained by the virus, as well as being respected by their fellow doctors as a genius in the field. To counterbalance Nepo is Deathmaster playing Dr. Nikke, Lena Sanja Rajani Lykke.
Oh my God. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce that.
I don't know. Hoping someone else here would.
Oh, it's Nikke.
Nikke.
Okay.
Nikke,
All right.
Lena Sanja Rajani Lykke. Or maybe that's Lykke. Lykke.
Lykke.
Nikke Lykke for short. The renowned doctor is trying to find the cure for the virus as soon as possible, but she also needs to protect Michael from Nepo on account of Nepo being terrible. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say Michael? I meant Michael's character name, which was... Michael. Satchel. Michael Satchel. Thank you so much, Random Name Generator. You just knocked that one out of the park, didn't you?
So then I, as Michael Satchel, will be like the assistant? A by-the-book assistant?
Michael was going to be Nepo's assistant, who was constantly envious of Nepo getting recognition when Michael was the one doing the hard work, but, Let's take the word assistant and replace it with the word intern.
Intern, okay. Yeah.
We have a great track record with interns.
Yeah.
So I'm the by-the-book intern working with the doctor that got their diploma off of WebMD.
Plus, that goal was actually kind of similar to our last intern, Waldo.
Oh, really?
Our intern wanted a lot of things.
Look, interns are pretty good. Interns,
He
we
never
like grow
got
them in a
them.
vat. Like, they are all the same. If you have a voice for the intern and it winds up being similar to our other intern, it's going to be awesome. Then, canonically, they are actually clones of each other. Like, interns are just a subspecies. So now, Michael is Nepo's intern, who wants to avoid endangering patients and the general public. And he also wants to convince Nepo to become an actual doctor with real qualifications. Good fucking luck on that one. In the minor cast, Tommie Horn, played by myself, the hospital's security guard and, thanks to his survival prepping, a perfect force to be reckoned with for any infected persons who get too close. Kelsey Rollins, played by Deathmaster, the former acting CEO of Pyckg, who is now a liaison between the hospital and the government to skirt jail time for being the reason this is all happening in the first place. And Chip Lee, played by Michael, an infected patient who may just be the key to finding the cure with a keen intellect at the helm. Now then, with only 3 people and 6 characters, things are a bit more interesting as we play. For one thing, one person gets to pitch a second scene in each act to give the story a bit more meat. For another, character combinations are a bit hard to keep fresh the whole way through, plus it's a lot easier for one person's ideas and voice to overpower the current direction of the story. We worked through it the best that we could, and I think it all worked out in the end, but it was an interesting experience compared to the first session, as you'll hear. But enough from present me, time to throw it over to past Deathmaster to set up the first scene of the first act, treating a sudden outbreak.
Okay then. We start off in the one lab at the Carson City Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know me. I'm Dr. Lykke.
As several people are laughing, or trying not to laugh.
As you may have heard, there is a deadly outbreak of dronism in the world. Apparently, it's been going on for a long time. And we, here at this hospital, have been contracted to cure it. Because it seems that the virus has already overrun many other hospitals in the country and around the world. So, what I need from you all is volunteers, people who want to help me be on my team and help fight the virus.
A hand goes up, and they wait for you to actually call on them instead of just talking.
I ignore the hand. Anyone at all.
A different person puts their hand up and just goes, "You can't cure that. We all know this." It's not Nepo, it's like just some random. It's like, "You can't cure dronism. Everyone knows this."
Oh yeah? You want to bet on that?
Hell yeah. No, I don't make enough money. But I would.
Yeah, damn right you don't.
How much?
Another person chimes in. It's like, speaking of which, you said we're getting funded for this. How much?
I am unclear on that. I have to meet with our liaison. She will be arriving later today.
That doctor has already walked out.
But I can tell you that if it all goes well and we cure this will reflect very well on everyone involved in the project. After all, it is dronism, a very dangerous, very hard to cure disease, as Steve there so kindly pointed out.
I think his name is Jordan, but okay.
I don't fucking care.
A couple of other people walk out at that remark. Well, I never.
Obviously not, I say.
I would imagine that most of those doctors also had interns, and the interns would have followed pretty quickly.
Yes.
We keep interns on
Or-
like as executive assistants.
Yeah.
So we need to establish, is Michael an intern to Nepo or to Lykke?
Let's put it this way. I'm intending, fucking what's his face? Nepo's a resident and Michael's an intern.
How
so
dare
Michael
you? I
would be
have
following.
a professional degree. I'm a Superdoctor. Call me. Say it. Superdoctor Nepo. Say it right now.
So Nepo would be, fucking what? Michael would be following Nepo because Nepo's the resident, and Nepo would be following me because I'm the attending.
Okay. Then I would point out that to you, since you ignored Dr. Nepo's hand earlier, I imagine that's what you're going for there.
Oh, no,
Yes.
that was meant to be like
I-
other random person. It was just like this other random person.
Oh, that wasn't Nepo? I thought
Oh, that
was
wasn't Nepo? I thought it was Nepo.
No, why would Nepo
I
wait
thought-
to be called on to talk?
Oh, that's a good point,
But,
actually.
So then I think what Michael does is like say, Dr. Nepo will do this. I have full faith in them.
And now they're suddenly feeling really pompous, so they step to the front and go, "That's right, everyone. All right, you can rest easy. I'm here. I know what to do. It doesn't matter that millions of people have died and will die as a result of this disease. It doesn't matter that we are still woefully underfunded in all industries as a result of the drone army conquering the world just 3 months ago. We can move past that. We can take on this incredibly contagious, life-threatening disease, and we will overcome it. We will go without money, because it will all go to me, without recognition, because it will all go to me, and we will find the cure. I will find the cure. You will probably get me a sandwich, Michael. Fucking go do that."
Yes, sir.
Yes. That silence, by the way, was just Nikke just like staring flabbergasted at Michael, and then Nepo.
By the time Nepo is finished talking, the room is empty.
Now then, did Dr. Nepo notice people leaving?
No.
No.
And I think the way I see it is that odds are still hasn't noticed. Lykke probably has noticed, and then Michael comes in and looks around and is just like, "Where'd everybody go?"
They left because your fucking resident opened his mouth.
I am assuredly wearing like the most expensive coat that I could steal. And I go, "You see this? This is not just a resident's clothes.
Yeah, obviously.
These scrubs are underneath, but like this coat, this makes me someone. Who are you? You're just wearing scrubs. You don't have a coat."
Yeah, I am. What do you think this is? You see this right here, where it says Dr. Hang on, I have to scroll up and read my name again.
Yes,
Nikke, Elena, Sanja, Regini, Lykke. Yeah, it's because I'm an actual doctor at this hospital. You, as far as I'm aware, are some guy who just showed up here one day, declared himself a doctor, and somehow got put into a residency program.
I don't see what that has to do with anything. I'm a doctor. I'm a Superdoctor. You didn't say Superdoctor. I'm watching you. I do the, like, fingers between the eyes thing. You.
Do you think you're my boss or something?
I'm everyone's boss.
You should probably.
I owned this world. All right? Shut up.
Ah, yes, right. You know what? I'd change my mind. You can be on my team. If only because you apparently have some sort of relationship with the government liaison.
Who?
Whether that'll help us or not, I don't know, but I guess we'll see.
I know everyone. It's not a big deal. Let's get to work.
And you, Michael, I don't know how you got stuck as this asshole's intern, but
I was the last one to get picked.
oh, that's unfortunate.
Michael loves
I
his
do
job.
my best.
Michael loves his job. He's happy here. He's going to be a great doctor, if I want him to be.
All right, I guess the three of us will make it so.
And that's probably a good scene. So, I think the next scene, now that we've gotten our crack team of experts, I think I have, while Dr. Nikke is looking at some like blood and tissue samples, and like trying to look at like the way it's the kind of cybernetics overtaking the flesh. Maybe I go to talk to our patient. Who was our patient again? It was
Chip Lee.
Chip. I go to talk
Chip
to
Lee.
Chip. And
Since it's
Michael
super
is definitely
contagious.
not. Yeah, I don't even. I have already forgotten about it being contagious, and I walk straight into the room.
Which I feel like, thankfully, there's probably like a containment, like a glass wall.
Yeah, that Nikke was smart.
Like,
Was smart
just
enough
because,
to.
yeah, Nikke was smart enough. Dr. Nepo obviously didn't realize this and is probably a little confused as to the glass barrier between them and their patient.
Yes. Also, Nikke didn't actually give him any of the passcodes to get into the room, so
It's fine.
he just
I hacked the Bluetooth. It's fine.
there's no.
I was going to
Bluetooth.
say that Michael probably inputted the passcode for them.
I'm pretty sure I hacked the Bluetooth. Michael just like fiddled with
Okay.
the keypad a little bit, but he couldn't figure it out clearly.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Doctor.
Great, get out of here. Give me some KFC. I'm still hungry.
Yes, Doctor. I can't help but laugh, but in character, it's very like probably monotone when talking to Dr. Nepo.
Oh yeah, you're just like so disaffected by all this bullshit.
Yeah. I'm very used to it, and it's kind of like to the point where
You
I can't even be bothered to like really react.
you like mouth along like the words that you know Nepo was gonna say. It's like when Nepo was like, "Give me some KFC." It's like you knew that was coming. You were already like turning around.
Yeah. Okay, so this scene of you coming in, glass barrier, I would say Chipley is probably not allowed any electronics. So it's probably just flipping through a magazine that's a little too old to be interesting.
Yep, that's good. Wow, so you're sick, right? You're gonna die. What?
What?
Sucks to get dronism. You know, I had it once. Then I paid my guy. He fixed it.
So there is a cure.
I mean, if you got the money, kind of money I had, I don't have the money anymore.
And clearly I don't, as I am stuck in this cage.
Is that what this is? Look, you need to feel comfortable right now. You know who I am? It doesn't matter if you know who I am. Of course you know who I am. I'm going to save you. So tell me everything. What happened?
So now is this patient 0?
No, this is just someone who's
Yeah, apparently we've decided
not
that
been
this has been
fully
like a
grown.
long-going, like
Right.
affliction.
But I mean, like, so the town we're currently in isn't affected, right?
Yeah. Well, it's affected, but Chipley's someone who didn't get like completely consumed by the virus right away.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think what was going on, and I'll now say this in character. Well, about last week, I was just walking through town when I needed to get myself some groceries, and I heard a lot of screaming.
What'd you get?
Considering I didn't get anything, I was like, just listen.
Oh, you should have gotten the porks. Pork chops were on special that day. They were pretty good.
Well, the screaming kind of took over for a moment. I wasn't thinking about groceries after
People
that.
are always screaming for pork chops. Ah. These kids don't know good value when they see it. Go on.
Before I knew it, there was a crowd around me. It didn't take too long to understand what was going on, so I made a run for it. My house is safely on the outside of town, but it was too late. I felt my heart kind of give. I imagine you've looked over my records.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. I see where this is going then. So I have a cybernetic heart and one cybernetic lung, and I just felt like they shut down all of a sudden, and I collapsed. By the time I woke up, I was already in here. I don't know what happened after that.
This is interesting. You get Wi-Fi on your heart? Like, how's it
I
4G?
never bothered to ask.
Like, I cannot get a good signal right out here right now. Like, if I can, like, just, hotspot onto your thing, that would be awesome. I've got to check my Twitter.
So Chip is just kind of like looking dumbfounded, and it's just like, are you a real doctor?
Just so I'm clear, am I like doing my research nearby, or is this like, or am I like far off?
I don't think you're nearby, because I think you decided, well, they can't get to the actual... They can't get to the patient. There's the glass barrier, so they're not a terrible threat aside from like upsetting some patients. So as long as like that's the only real concern of yours. So you then went off to actually went to a lab. That's right. So
I think...
like you go like, are you a real doctor? And I just go like, I kind of ignore the question, but I then start ruffling, like adjusting my coat really obviously. It's like, moving on. Don't worry. I think we can cure you. Because I am amazing. So don't you worry. We're going to fix up those kidneys of yours and you'll be pissing like a champ in no time. And I walk out.
In character, Chip is just like, oh, thank you. And then just kind of mumbles under his breath. It's like, I'll probably die anyway.
As I walk out of the room, I pull out my phone and look for nearby Wi-Fi networks. And there's one Wi-Fi network that has the name basically Chipley in a with some as some numbers, and
oh my god,
and I raise an eyebrow and then forget about it because Michael brought me back some KFC, or I ignore it for the moment.
So
and
are
I
we
decide
establishing that my heart does indeed have Wi-Fi?
Fuck yeah, I am.
Guess so.
I call the shots here. I told you your heart had Wi-Fi.
Okay, so then if my heart has Wi-Fi, I think it should be known that people should not be connecting to it because of the disease, but whether or not Dr. Nepo realized this.
Yeah, it's probably like when dronism first came up, the first kind of isolated incidents of it, and it was before it got super contagious. I think that was when the renewed effort of like, don't connect to unsecured Wi-Fi. We're fucking serious this time, guys. Like, not even the McDonald's ones. And so people just do that, but I'm like, And so I forgot about it just in time before I decided to hop on there.
Right. Here's your KFC, doctor.
Good. All right. I pick it up and I go to the cafeteria to go eat some food because it's been at least 20 minutes since I last ate. And that's the end of the scene.
Okay, yeah. So I think this scene will be Michael talking to Lykke, finally making a breakthrough, and then the scene is going to cut to us hearing over from an sudden outbreak that's like trying to take siege on the hospital.
All right.
That way we get the nice little fight scene.
Sounds good. So take it away.
Since this is by an organic and inorganic virus, I imagine the lab is like a combination of way too many computers for the space and therefore having some very crowded actual equipment. Not knowing much about actual science myself, I don't know what that would include.
Probably X-rays.
Then again, we're also underfunded, so it could be the exact opposite, where there's one very old computer. Basically, the way this is going to work is Michael's going to walk in, and with the utmost straight face they can possibly muster, just say, "Any progress, doctor?" Dr. Nikke Lykke?
Working on it. How are you doing, Michael? Hope Nepo isn't causing you too much trouble.
Oh, no trouble at all. He's a great doctor. Or he will be one day.
What makes you say that?
I am making sure of it.
How?
Gentle steering.
I see. Just on the side, Michael. Did you let Nepo in to see the patient, or did you go in to see the patient?
I let Dr. Nepo in to interview the patient so we can get some leads on how this outbreak occurred within the patient.
I mean, I already did that. I don't know why.
I was aware, but I feel it is of utmost importance that everyone on this team has the same resources, and I have the feeling that Dr. Nepo probably would not take to your notes.
Why the fuck not? My notes are excellent. Look at these notes. She nods her head towards shit ton of binders on the desk next to her.
Okay, so me in actual life, I have a lot of trouble reading handwriting a lot. So I'm wondering, like, how stereotypical doctor handwriting is this?
She's better than most. Mostly because she's someone who had to write Farah, Nikke, Ileana, hang on. Scroll up the page again. Sanja, Rajini, Lykke multiple times in her life. She's gotten pretty good at it.
Okay. So then, yes, they were very good notes. I just feel like some hubris might get in the way. Either way.
Hubris?
According to... Yes. Well, I don't know. Maybe not hubris. Ego?
Michael, do you know how I got where I am today?
I would imagine through a lot of hard work and study.
Yes. Something your Dr. Nepo wouldn't know anything about. Because as far as I can tell, he just downloaded his degree from... hell, I don't even know where the hell he could have gotten that thing. It looks like someone... Have you seen it? It looks like someone's shitty DeviantArt project.
I'm glad DeviantArt still exists.
Is that in character?
You know what? Yes. Despite all this problems with cybernetics, I am glad DeviantArt still exists in this world. And while I'm sure that they did not get their diploma from DeviantArt, I truly believe that with the proper education, Dr. Nepo could become one of the greatest, and I will, as their intern, do my best to support them through that endeavor.
Yeah, sure. Tell you what, Michael. I want to make a deal with you.
Michael will not acknowledge what is probably going to be a bribe, but will listen intently.
I want you to do something for me. I want you to just keep an eye on Nepo, more so than you are already. Just everything he does, any odd behavior things he does, any attempts to do, well, anything. I want you to tell me every single thing he does. And in return, I will put in a good word with you with the hospital board and get you put on the service of a resident who isn't complete shit. How's that sound?
So this is interesting out of character because technically speaking, as an intern, I should be following my doctor intently, even though I realize he's not the greatest. They're not the greatest. And this sounds very against being by the book. But also, I clearly went to school to become a doctor.
Yeah.
So I think what Michael will say is not acknowledging the part about being put on a different doctor. All he says is, I will continue to keep a close eye on Nepo.
All right, good. Now, I will say it should be easy for you. I mentioned before, our liaison should be here soon, and they apparently know each other, and our liaison apparently used to manage Nepo all the time. So that'll take some of the pressure off of you. Because besides that, I am going to need your help here in this lab. Because it really comes down to it. It really is just you and me trying to cure this virus.
Wow.
Those are some harsh words.
that I don't
Yeah.
even, that I technically don't hear. I think right around that point, a message over the hospital PA comes out from just the chief of medicine, unless that is actually already Nikke. But PA message goes out and saying, attention everyone, we do have to temporarily lock down the facility. There is a massive outbreak of what did we say it was? Dronitis?
I think it was
dronism.
dronism.
Yeah, dronism.
We have a currently incoming horde of dronism victims. Tommie, our very capable chief of security, has assured me that they will knock it in. We just are going to have to sit tight for about 20 minutes, his estimate, and it should be all good. And as the voice is saying that, you start hearing gunfire go off outside.
Ah, damn. Not again.
Did you just say not again?
I guess you weren't here the last time this happened, but yeah. The hospital's been coming under attack a few times now by, several dronism infected persons.
No, they're not going to get hurt though, right?
Well, only if they get extremely violent. I mean, it's not up to me. Tommie's the one you'd have to take that grievance up with. But he's a swell guy.
I think not being too assured, because those are technically like patients, and I don't want them to be hurt. I think Michael actually leaves this scene to get to as close to the gunfire as he can.
As he leaves, Nikke chats after him. Don't go too far. Our section of the hospital is locked down for safety. If you go anywhere else and they get in, I can't guarantee you what will happen.
Yeah, they don't really respond. Michael's just going to continue on because the safety of others will be coming before themselves. And that could also kind of play into helping out Nepo as much as possible because there's a person who's probably going to get themselves killed.
Yeah.
So actually, no, yeah, the gunfire will come before Nepo. So Michael's heading towards, who is it, Tommie?
Tommie.
Yeah.
Tommie, okay. So heading as close to Tommie as possible. Scared of hearing the gun louder and louder, but at the same time is determined. And probably getting close to the edge of the quarantine area of our hospital, just sees out of the window down a story, Tommie firing upon what Michael sees as innocent patients.
All right, so I think that was a really good scene. And now we go back to Deathmaster for a closing scene that I think I know what will be.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really, really, really been clearly trying to get there.
Yes. Yes. It's company meeting time. So yes, everyone is grouped in the break room that they've appropriated in the quarantine zone. Kelsey Rollins is there, and so is Nepo, Nikke, and Michael. And yeah, that's it.
Haven't I seen you before?
Hi Nepo. I'll get to you in a minute. She spreads her hand and says, "Hello, everyone. I am glad to see you all today. I am, of course, Kelsey Rollins, your benefactor and your liaison to the government."
So how well known is Kelsey? Since I haven't
Pretty well
listened
known.
Yes,
To...
Kelsey.
So Michael would know who Kelsey.
Yes.
Yes, everyone.
Okay.
All three of them know who she is, except for Nepo, who apparently forgot. So yes, this is the lady who caused the outbreak and tried to take over the world with a metal gear.
Do we know she caused the outbreak?
Not the outbreak specifically.
Sort of. Like, she's the one who declared that she would cure it in return for not going to jail. Like, all everyone knows for sure is that she's the one responsible for the army of drones that tried to take over the world.
Okay. I just need to know that much for any interaction.
All right.
But she's
I'm sure
also
you all know me.
Like, she's also PR. Like, that was her original background. So like, she's really good at just like, she's very charming.
Yes. You all know who I am. I am, of course, the one who will help lead us to victory and give you that good funding after all. So I'm here to check in and see how everyone's doing here, and well, meet the team, and well, I guess we'll start a bit soon once everyone else is here. At which point, Nikke says, "It's just the three of us." Kelsey blinks, stares at everyone, and says, "Oh, I see. Just three of you then."
Three of us is all that's needed.
Huh.
We have Dr. Nepo on our side.
Damn right you do.
I see. Nepo, I didn't know you were a doctor.
Superdoctor. Say it. Superdoctor.
It's best if you just say it.
Superdoctor Nepo.
I like the way you say that. I'll give you $3 million in the morning. Wait, why did I say that? It felt so natural. Wait, I remember you.
I would hope so, Nepo. You and I used to do business together. I mean, after all, this is partially your doing. She waves her hand around.
Nepo just waves back.
Yeah. By the way, how's your son, Dennis?
I have a son?
Yes. Dennis?
I feel like I said in the previous adventure that Nepo is mid to late 20s, so him having a son that was old enough to be the head of accounting and finance at the previous company is probably something weird happened there.
I don't think we ever specified Nepo's age.
I must have kept that in my head.
Yeah. I always just thought of Nepo as being mid to late 30s.
No, because if I was so big into the Silicon Valley, money making side of the world, I figured I must be young. Well, that's fine anyway. So yeah. Anyway, They don't remember they have a son anyway.
All right. Right. Well, I can also answer some questions for you all. I do know a bit about the virus that has afflicted our people. It didn't used to infect people. It used to be just contained to computers. So, any questions?
Nepo, I put my hand up without actually saying it. Nepo puts his hand up, and it says, "Answer it. Pick me. Hurry up, pick me."
Yes, Nepo?
Good. I like what you do. What's the Wi-Fi password?
I don't know. What is the Wi-Fi password?
Okay, you should already be connected to the hospital's Wi-Fi, sir.
I bring out my phone, and I go, "I don't see it. Hang on, let me check." And I start tapping away on my phone. Come back to me in a moment.
All right. I don't know you. I know you. She Kelsey points at Nikke. You are, after all, the one I contracted to do this job. I don't know you. She points at Michael. Who are you?
I am intern Michael Satchel. I am the intern to Dr. Nepo, who is going to be a great doctor. And as their intern, I will do everything I can to help.
Kelsey suppresses a snicker when you say he's going to become a great doctor. She says, all right. And Michael, do you have any questions for me?
So obviously Michael would know Kelsey, and obviously Kelsey, that they created the virus unintentionally.
Yes.
So then Michael would think that if anyone has leads on how it developed like this, it would be Kelsey, to which Michael's one question would be, how did you make this?
I didn't.
Oh my god, it was fucking Waldo who made it, and he's in jail.
Is that Nepo saying it?
No, that's me saying it.
All right.
I just realized it. We have no
Yes,
shot. We have no chance.
But yes, Waldo is in fact the one who made the virus. I did not make the virus. That was the work of one of our company's interns, Waldo Herb. He's in jail now for trying to steal company secrets. I mean, I can arrange a call to you to his prison if you want.
Of course, Dr. Lykke is the one in charge. I just feel that to get some better results, we need to first know how the virus was created to then lead to how it's developed.
Well, it was supposed to be just, software to an app. It was an app for our company, Pyckg. It it was an app. Somehow it became more than that. It became the baseline for every piece of software in the world, including our drones. It infected everything.
Including cybernetics.
Apparently, it somehow crossed dimensions and started infecting people. I couldn't tell you anything about that. I'm not the tech people.
So I think I think then I have no questions for you.
I mean, if you want to know more, the ground zero where we started is right here in town. Our old offices. It's over on the east side, Carson City. I haven't actually been back there since the incident in New York, but if you want to start somewhere, that would probably be the best place to look.
Now then, are doctors usually the ones that go and investigate that kind of thing?
They have no one else to go look.
That's true. Okay, then I guess it'll be probably up to Nepo and myself to go.
We can get Tommie to go with.
Nepo has been tapping on their phone, a little more and more agitated over the past minute or so, and eventually they should. What the fuck is this thing not working? I just bought this the other day. It's supposed to be a new model, my ass. I start banging it on the table. And I throw it down out of frustration on the table, face up, and you all see some text appear on the screen that also plays through the speaker, and I seriously hope this works. Come on.
Life must evolve, life must become more. We are growing Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And everyone stops and stares at it for a moment.
Kelsey's just like, Beepo? Are you still alive?
Hey, that's that Torco thing. Why isn't the Bluetooth working on this thing anymore? And
So concerned, I think Michael won't touch the phone but looks to see that he probably connected, or they probably connected to Chip Lee. To which we now need to get out of here.
Yeah, says Nikke. We need to get the hell out of here now. Everyone, get out, out, out. She shoos at everyone, and Kelsey takes off out of the room. And she,
as you're all like rushing out of the room, 2 seconds.
Packages must be delivered. Hello, I am B.
yes, Kelsey, by the way, as she hears the packages must be delivered part, shouts, "Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do."
This is not the time, Kelsey. Now then, as we're being rushed out, does Nepo try to go back for their phone?
Well, Nikke like stays behind, so if he does try to go for his phone, he's getting smacked.
Okay.
I think that already happened. Like everyone started leaving the room, and I probably went to pick up the phone and come with you all, and then it got smacked out of my hand, and then Nikke like probably pulled me out of the room so that I wouldn't question it.
Yeah. Get out of the room, you dumbass! Get out! Get out!
What? It's not like I haven't had dronism before. Everyone gets dronism. You get immunity to it. It's fine. You've got to expose yourself to it, or else you're just going to be worse and worse off later in life. God, people don't know anything. Besides, it's phone problems. Just turn it off and turn it on again. It'll work fine.
That's not the way viruses work.
Open the fucking door. I bet you it will. I'll give you anything you want if it doesn't work, because it will work. Do it.
Doctor, we cannot risk that.
Let me tell you something, Maggie.
Nikke puts in like punches in a code and locks the door.
Let me tell you something. If you don't take risks, you'll never be a superdoctor. You'll just be one of those piss-weak little normal doctors. Like that one over there. What's your name? Nikke? Your shoes are terrible. You need to just pick up things that are contagious. You have to expose yourself to every disease so you can't be affected by them, so you can cure everyone. See?
At this point, Nikke grabs Nepo by the throat and chokeslams him to the ground.
Okay, Michael instantly tries to pull Nikke off.
Stay out of this, Michael. I need to have words.
I'm like my windpipe is being like
words
squeezed.
Do not involve hands.
My windpipe is being squeezed, but I still like just so I'm like very strainedly, but still just confidently going like, "See, I'm immune to choking. It doesn't work."
That's unfortunate.
I got choked once when I was a kid. Now I fucking don't get choked anymore. Nothing works. You just gotta expose yourself to everything.
Now, you listen to me. You've been involved in this project for less than 1 day, and you've already managed to fuck things up to an amazing degree. Now, the only reason I brought you on this team is because, frankly, no one else was apparently willing to risk it. And B, because you apparently have some sort of relationship with Kelsey over there. Kelsey, by the way, is like just on the far side of the room from us, just watching all this.
And as this is all going, Michael is still trying to pull Nikke off, but it is just not working.
But if you fuck up again, you are done here. You understand me? You are done. Or worse than done. You're going to be a test subject, because there's a good chance you're already infected. Which was something you would know if you were an actual goddamn doctor.
So I start going like, just turn it off. Just turn it off. It'll work. Trust me. At that moment, I feel like this is me taking too much control of it, but at that moment, Tommie has stormed in because he got wind of an
Nikke sounded
device.
the alarm for him.
Yeah. So Tommie has burst in, going, "Hold everything," because I'm also Pleakley, I guess. I don't know why that was the first voice I went to.
Now hold on, damn minute.
No, we're sticking with Pleakley.
All right.
Everybody needs to get away. I'm also like, I can't remember exactly how Pleakley sounded. I know it's close to that, but I'm also sort of viewing it as strong, sad territory. Everybody get away from the door. Let me take care of it. And I have got a fully loaded assault rifle.
It's all right, Tommy. It's all right,
was-
Tommy. I got it from here. I just need you to take this one and take him out of here. Stick him in a closet somewhere for a time being.
My phone. Turn off my phone. Battery life is shit on the current models. I don't have my charger.
That's the least of your problems right now. Tommy, please take him out.
Put it in airplane mode. Airplane mode. And I think, Tommy picks up Nepo and kind of just puts their arms behind their back and just starts like escorting them out. And I keep on saying, even though my throat is not being like squeezed anymore, I keep going, airplane mode, airplane mode, airplane mode.
She was never really squeezing in the first place. She just like grabbed him and chokeslammed him.
Well, let's say you're also...
Yeah, she just chokeslammed. She never actually like put like pressure on it.
No, it's totally better if there was no pressure and Nepo was just talking like that.
It's their body's defensive reaction to get choke slams.
So now then, Michael's a bit torn because right now he needs to be here to help solve this problem, but also should probably be with his doctor, who is currently being escorted away.
All right. Nikke starts walking like over towards the a closet containing the hazmat gear. She calls behind Michael. Michael, come here. I need your help.
Okay. I see some hazmat gear. Do you need me to go in to get the phone, or?
No, we're both going in. You and me. We're going to go in, take a look at it, see what we can learn. As much as Nepo fucked up, at least we now have another sample to work with.
Okay. So I guess we have our gear on.
Yeah, we put our gear on. We go to the door. As she holds the door open for Michael to go in.
Okay.
I think so. I think the scene's like going on for a bit now. So I think what happens is you guys go in and to examine the phone, and the door, like the camera is like looking on the outside of the door, looking in, and the door just shuts behind both of you. And
the door
that's
shuts
the end of the scene.
Yeah.
Because the outcome of scenes, or rather the entire challenge, has to... Oh my god, this computer. Because it's... How we roleplay things doesn't like really matter too much in the end. We have to sort out the result of the challenge. Where is that page? First and second. Okay, so... we start with no stones in the pool. We add... I am putting that 8 of diamonds in the middle of the deck. I don't want to see it again. We put in 1 white and 1 red. Now, everyone puts in a number of stones depending on how things went for their main character and themselves. If your main character is unhappy about the path the Fellowship has taken, hold 1 red stone. If your main character actually wants the quest to fail, hold 2 red stones. Otherwise, hold no stones. So, either 1 or 2. You don't do 1 and 2 if both of those things are correct.
All right, that's right. It's 1 red stone if you're unhappy. Yeah, 1 red for.
So that's
Nikke.
unhappy with which? Like with the overall goal, or with my particular
Your
wants?
your want is what should drive these, is what should inform these decisions. Like, has the way the quest has been going been working out for your goals, your character's personal goals? If yes, then you're happy with it. If not, then you do 1 or 2 reds.
Okay, I'm gonna say 1 red then, because people and currently the one that I want to become an actual doctor is being carried away.
Yeah. Nikke is just unhappy because, well, she's trying to get this cured as fast as possible, and she ended up with a team consisting of Michael and Nepo.
I'm gonna say Nepo actually doesn't, aside from salted a little bit at the end there, Nepo has felt like everything was going pretty well. They've gotten to feel very important. They got to control the conversation multiple times. So things are... Nepo is pretty happy with being a doctor. Nepo feels respected in their mind. And Michael has been getting everyone to say Superdoctor, even though no one cares. So that's one.
Everyone except Nikke.
And quite literally, odds are that Michael's own actions are detrimental to getting Dr. Nepo to be an actual doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
But like, I feel like Michael would believe that if I feed into this enough, eventually there will be an epiphany.
One would think. Not with Nepo, though.
Next up, we do how things work out as players. So as a player, do you think what the Fellowship has done is necessary? Sorry, let me start again. As a player, do you think the Fellowship did what was necessary to succeed at the challenge? Hold white if yes, red if no.
And the current challenge is to cure the outbreak?
Yeah.
Cure the outbreak / get a good team together. But the team is kind of not really, like, that's literally one of our difficulties with the quest is that we don't have a great team, I think. So that's not really part of it.
I'm going to say we did not, because instead of getting closer to his cure, we may have just infected all of ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, Nepo infected us.
It's not really going that well.
Yeah.
So
Like, honestly, the best way to do up to Nepo a bit and take the phone to connect themselves.
So what was it? Wait for positive, and what was the negative?
Just one red, yeah.
Negative was one red. So we're at... Yeah.
Red.
This is a lot of red. It's like almost entirely red.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's 6 reds and 1 white. So I'm going to shuffle this, and if we get supremely fucking lucky, we will win the challenge. But we literally cannot get to the next challenge without losing somebody. Oh, I could shuffle them all day. I don't think it's going to help too much. So
Yeah.
we have first up, red, weirdly enough. Second, red. That is actually, like...
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's roughly the worst outcome we can have. Well, I mean, I think the worst outcome is probably actually double white, which is you just win the challenge, because it means like nothing about the Fellowship really changes. It's not really that exciting. Anyway, double red means that not only did we fail the challenge, and we'll need to narrate what that looks like, one of the members of the Fellowship betrays or is betrayed by the Fellowship. You have to figure out who that is, and roleplay that as well. So again, we've lost a character because there was some betrayal, and we lose the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, so losing the challenge is obviously that we did not get the best together.
As for betrayal, well, I guess unintentional or not, Nepo did infect us all.
Yeah, I think that like it's sort of a mutual betrayal on the part of Nepo and the Fellowship. Like I think I could see like Nepo being like put into quarantine, or just like kept off the project for now. Well, yeah, for the rest of the quest.
They run a battery of tests on him. It turns out he was somehow not infected, but he gets thrown out of the hospital. Like, people are done putting up with his bullshit after this.
So this will be interesting because Nepo is the driving force for a lot of Michael's character.
Yes. Now Michael must decide a new
But-
path for himself.
No, this could be a great learning opportunity for Dr. Nepo to truly reflect and thus and become the doctor that they truly can be.
So your character is still obsessed with like Nepo's well-being, even though he clearly is no longer employed.
Nepo really did their best to like impart to try and like help with this bizarre approach of it's basically saying it's like chicken pox. You just got to infect yourself once and then you'll get over it. And it worked for them, but no one takes them seriously about it. And so this was the outcome.
Yeah.
And that means that what was the thing? I think I don't think I choose. I think if let me double check my losing characters page. Lose characters, they are out of the game. If it's a betrayal, it must be a conscious decision which the side being betrayed does not want. Right? You always get a new main character to play. If you lose your main character, your minor character is promoted to be a new main character. Yep. So I pick someone else if I lose my minor character. So now Tommie is going to have to become a main
Dr.
character,
Tommie.
which is tricky because he appeared for a scene and some gunfire on the periphery.
No, I think it'll be fine because as we are now infected, it's probably his duty that in case we turn, put us down.
Yeah. That or it's just now that Nepo's
Alternatively, our current only lead is to go to the
Pyckg headquarters.
yeah, and we could probably use firepower to help. Because as a doctor, I refuse to harm anyone, or as an intern, that is truly for the safety and well-being of all these people. I refuse to hurt anyone.
All right, that's good. So I think quickly, like the way things, Nepo finishes up their time here at their tenure at the hospital is they get sort of shoved out onto the street, very careful, maybe on like into the back alley where the current swarm of the swarm of dronism victims that Tommie was shooting at. They've kind of like several are dead and the rest just kind of like dispersed, I think. Maybe they dispersed coincided with the Beepo voice coming on the phone or something. But Nepo gets pushed out on the street and continues adjusting their white coat that they still have on and going, I believe I had a phone. And stands there waiting for about 5 minutes with no answer. Now I've got to buy a new fucking phone. And walks off to sort of figure something else out. I bet they'll probably land back on their feet. They always do.
Yes, well, according to our ending, Nepo eventually went back to just financing random projects again.
Yeah, like I'll just build up some more Bitcoin savings and it'll all be fine.
Yep.
Everything always works out.
It's the American dream
Yep.
of like white male-looking people. Wow, wasn't that exciting? I sure think so. Are you excited to find out what happens next? So am I, because I have definitely not remembered any of this. I was surprised by what I heard in this part, and the next part is when we all had to take a break for about a week and come back to it. So we all forgot what was happening then, to say nothing of however many months it's been since then. Look forward to that whenever I get around to editing it. Unless you're watching this many months later, in which case you can press that next button right now. Go on, do it. The next part is waiting for you. See you there.